Two nuclear powers, one invisible line that separates them high in the Himalayas. Decades of disputes over it. In 1962, China and India went to war over this remote, cold, and inhospitable stretch of land. The two nations have had a long history of scuffles over the disputed border, broadly known as the Line of Actual Control, the LAC. While defined for the most part, there are stretches where both sides disagree on where the line actually stands. There are three main areas of contention: the eastern section, which runs between southern Tibet and far eastern India; the central section, which runs along the northern borders of the Indian states of Himachal Pradesh and Uttarakhand and southern Tibet; and the western section, which divides India's Ladakh region and the Chinese-administered Aksai Chin in the heavily contested Kashmir region. When China and India went to war over this area in the 60s, the month-long battle claimed the lives of thousands of people. While no border was ever officially negotiated, the truce established that troops would, as agreed years before, withdraw behind a lineup to which each side exercises actual control. Almost 6 decades later, there are still stretches where no one knows exactly where it falls. That's because of a combination of historic disagreements, opposing territorial claims, and poorly defined maps. And experts say the two sides aren't any closer to mutually defining their borders. Chinese and Indian soldiers regularly come into conflict with each other on the ground, claiming certain parts of the territory as their own. In June, at least 20 Indian soldiers were killed in a violent brawl between the two sides, marking the worst outbreak of border violence in decades. It's unclear if or how many Chinese soldiers died. Both governments rushed to de-escalate recent tensions, even as some hawkish voices in both countries are demanding greater defiance and aggression. Demands that neither side can afford